I think everybody knows everything that I want and need is in Murcia. The fans are great. The people are great. My family's happy. Basketball is amazing. And, Murcia makes me smile. Oh, yeah, it was easier than anywhere else. I knew where I wanted to be, which was Murcia. Obviously, I let my agent handle those talks with Alejandro. But, me and Alejandro are very close, and he knows, what I want and what I need. But, they've given me everything I could ever ask for. So it was very easy. Yeah, I definitely think it's important to have a core set of guys. Luckily, we have, a few guys who are on contract coming back. But, I think Alejandro's going to do a good job knowing who he has to keep, maybe improvements other places. But, my job is to play basketball. My job is to make sure that everybody's on the same page. And I'll let Alejandro do the business side of it. First for the team, I think we've had a few ups and downs, which, every team has. Last year, I think there was a pressure put on us that, some people, stepped into. Some people, it maybe been a little too much. But, we're getting to where we need to get to at the right part of the year with 6 more games. I think that we have a great shot at being where we want to when the regular season finishes. And individually, I like where I'm at, throughout the season. I've actually really dedicated on taking care of my body, preparing for games throughout the week. I think this might be the best individual year I've had. But, that just goes to show that, everybody around me from Cito to Alejandro to my teammates, they help me in so many ways. Me being happy in Murcia plays a big part of me playing well. But, I'm just trying to keep pushing, trying to get us to the playoffs. But, we're just worried about, one game at a time, and I'm going to let that handle itself. I keep saying this in interviews. I don't want us to think about the playoffs at all, to be honest. I want us to focus on one game at a time. I think we get to certain games and people expect us to win these games, and those are the games where we don't play our best. And then when we play a game where people don't expect us to win, that's when we put the pressure on ourselves too. And so if I could tell my teammates one thing, it'd be not to think about the playoffs. Just think about one game at a time. Focus on Bilbao right now and nothing else. But I was happy we got the win. And obviously, it helps us. It gives us morale. I think the biggest thing in that game, I was able to see a lot of guys do things that I know they can do that maybe, they haven't done so much this year. I think a big one was Howard Sanros. He was close to a triple-double last game. And when you have Howard playing like that, everybody else plays so much better around. I think, he's our X factor. And if we could get him playing like that, I think for the other games, it's going to give us that confidence to make that push. But as I said, one game at a time, hopefully we could get everybody playing how we did against Juventus for the rest of the season. Yeah, throughout my entire European career, I did not know that I was going to stay in a place more than even a year, as you guys could see. But, I'm so happy that next year is going to be my 3rd year going. And, it's definitely a conversation that me and my wife had, for Murcia to be a home base. But you know how the future is. You try to plan your future and you just never know what could happen. So, at this point, I'm just like the games. I'm just trying to enjoy day by day, year by year. Luckily, we know that we will return next year. And, we'll go from there. If everything works out, then we continue with Murcia. God willing, I would love that for me, for my wife, for my kids. But, God, I think there's a saying, it says, God laughs when you try to plan your future. I let God handle that, and I'll just be happy in the moment. My Spanish is terrible still. It's very difficult for me, but my wife is very good. My kids are amazing. And I have Tose anytime I need to translate. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he remembers all this, but everywhere I go, I'll go with Tose. But I'll give you this. I'm understanding Spanish a lot better, but it's just when I speak it, I'm terrible. But I can understand a lot better.